Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. Very sloppy and choppy price action here to the downside at the moment. The situation hasn't changed. I've made a slight adjustment to the microstructure here, but the resistance area that I communicated in yesterday's video is still relevant. It might shift a little bit to the downside if we get this last wave down in this diagonal, okay? Then we might need to reduce the resistance down a bit because it is measured against the wave 1. Taking a look at the bigger picture, the assumption is that XRP started a 5-wave move down on the 13th of June with this high, the swing high that was made at around 56.5 cents. At the time, one of our resistance areas, and we came down in 5 waves, move up in a correction, WXY. That was the move up in a wave 2. After the wave 1 to the downside happened, wave 2 to the upside, we could now be in a third wave. Problem I have with this is it is not typical wave 3 behavior we're doing, okay? And that's why I mentioned in the previous video I expect this wave count to morph and to change. I'm not entirely convinced that this is indeed the wave 1 of the wave 3. Leading diagonals in a wave 3 rarely happen, but they do happen in crypto. So I'm very much open to the idea that this could be something different. I'll show you some alternative interpretations in a minute. But at the moment I'm looking at a 5-wave move down here, so I'm calling it a leading diagonal, wave 1 of wave 3, because the wave 2 reached resistance and the wave 2 was a 3-wave move. Now, the move down isn't clearly impulsive yet, therefore I'm very much observing if this is changing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you some alternatives. But if we break below that 45.6 cent level, the wave 1 low, then I think we have a direct break to the downside in a third wave. It would then accelerate, but possibly before that happens, a pullback in a wave 2 occurs. So with a bit of a pullback in a wave 2, a correction into the area between 49.8 and 51.5 cents. Then we need to see how we react to this resistance area. If we see any reaction, if it goes through, it might be our alternative count that I'm going to show you now. So in the alternative wave count, I think we have still a potential that this wave 2 isn't even finished. And that is because the move down is not clearly impulsive. So if this wave 2 isn't even finished, it still could be reset a bit higher, because it hasn't broken when it supposedly finished. Here on the 22nd of June, it only reached the golden ratio, but it can go a bit higher. It could easily go to the 78.6 retracement of that measured move back then against 54.1 cents. So it could easily go a bit higher. The wave count would then be that this here to the upside was just a wave W. This here is an X wave, or even an AB, and the move up will be a Y wave or a C wave. Finish a wave 2 and then start the third wave down. I'm very much open to that idea. It's not even low probability. It all depends on, okay, can the bears break this support here at 45.6? If they can, then I think the third wave is already in the making. If they can't, and if price pulls back and breaks above 51.5 cents, then I think we are here in this circle wave 2. Now, from a tactical point of view, I think this needs to be approached as follows. First of all, we have a descending wedge here that indicates a possible break to the upside. So I think at some point here very shortly, especially as we're getting close to support, to key support, this is a support region, a move to the upside will occur. I currently look at this as a wave 2 in blue into this region. So we talk here about a possible move up 5%, 7%, 8%, something like that. We then need to be watching for reaction here. If it doesn't occur, it goes a little higher, and then it's the reset of the wave 2, okay? Obviously, it can break down straight away. I would be surprised if this breaks directly through here. It would be in line with the bigger picture and the larger assumption that price will come down further, but I think we see a bounce before coming down. It has just been far too stubborn. We had a lot of support here. Here it found support, and it's probably likely going to find some support here. Here it found support. So it's very stubborn. It doesn't really want to go down much further. We had a lot of support back here in April. Same price range. So that's sort of what I'm looking for. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.